Hello, and welcome to Lele's Truth. My name is Mary Dearnay Hill. This is Lele's Truth. So let me tell you why I decided to do a YouTube channel. So first of all, I wanted a platform for survivors to come and speak and be able to tell the story of their loved one. For them to be able to give a face and a name to who they lost due to senseless gun violence. So the meaning behind this, I've been sitting on this for 3 years. And the purpose behind this is to help survivors, I'm hoping to help, if I help one person through this process of trauma, grief, maybe they could say they recognize something that I've said or someone else said that I've had on the show, that they say, oh my God, this is what I'm dealing with. This is where I'm at. Just to recognize that they're not alone in this journey. So that's the reason why I started Lele's Truth. I'm looking to bring to you mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, uncles, aunts, cousins, to tell the story of how gun violence has affected and the trauma that it has placed on their family. And still, even after maybe 5 years, 10 years, 25 years. I heard a woman speak recently that it had been 25 years. And of course, she lost both of her sons within 6 months of each other. And she still could not talk about it. She couldn't speak on it. It was difficult. It was hard. After 25 years, I'm just like, oh my God. And I thought to myself, what I'm doing right now is something to motivate somebody else to do the same thing. If we collectively speak out together, we can get something done. We can get some changes done in this world. Because right now, all across the United States, the gun violence, and especially where I live in Chicago, is horrific. It's a pandemic within itself. So, the purpose of Lele's Truth is to have a voice, and for the survivors to have a voice. And we don't want their loved ones to be a statistic. We want them to have a name and a face to what has happened to them. I'm an educator, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and a grandmother. So this touches me in so many ways of my life, because I've been in education now for 10 years and I've lost students. I've known people within the school students that have lost their siblings, their uncles, their aunts, and it's been horrific to listen to a young child tell you that their dad was killed last night or their mom was killed last night due to gun violence. So I want to tell you my story. So on October 2nd, 2016, it was around 2:30 in the morning. I got a phone call from a detective calling me to let me know that my daughter had been shot and that she had succumbed to her wounds. And I was such in a state of shock. I didn't understand what he was saying to me. I'm like, is she okay? I could send somebody to check on her, to be there with her. And he said, your daughter is dead. And I was hysterical. I didn't know what to do. My husband was out of town with our two youngest children, middle children, and at a football game. So I was home alone. Trauma number one. I was home alone, and I just freaked out. I didn't know who to call, what to do. I just screamed. All I know that I called my husband, I called my sister, I called my parents, and my parents came to my house. By the time they got here, the police was here with me because I was just hysterical. And the police stayed with me until someone came to be with me. So I needed to do something that day. That day I was just like, I gotta do something. And I was like, I didn't know if I should call somebody, get on a plane and go down there, because this just wasn't real to me. So after my parents came here, it really sank in. I called back, and the police called me again and explained to me what happened. So my daughter Alicia was away at college, and probably about, I want to say 5 blocks from the school, at a party. She was playing cards in the room. I knew about the party. I knew that she was going to the party. She told me she was. She had a stressful week, and she said, oh, I got an A on this class, and I had a test in this class, and she had just made the dance team that week, so she was really excited about that. She had been to her second career conference, and she had did her resume, and she was making connections with my oldest daughter, a friend of hers. It was in Silicon Valley to work for Google. She was making her connections because she was into computer science. So I spoke to her. We talked. I'm so thankful and grateful that I had the opportunity to talk to my daughter. And not only that, I'm glad that they're in my family. We before we get off the phone with each other, we always tell each other we love each other. And that's just a habit we have, and we do it. And I do it to all my siblings and my kids, and we make sure we tell each other we love each other. And I am so glad that I spoke to her the night before. And I feel blessed that I got to tell my child I loved her. And she knew it. There was a verse that came to my spirit on that day. I'm sorry. It was, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. You see, this trauma that gun violence causes, it's the weapon. That's the weapon that's formed against me. And this weapon has came to attack me in so many ways. And I will get later into my journey with this. But the one thing it's done is I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Fibromyalgia was awakened by the trauma. And that tries to, so I'm dealing with 2 medical conditions that try to cripple me and my purpose. And I refuse. I refuse. I will walk slow. I will move slow, but I will not allow it to cripple me in my mission to be an advocate against gun violence. You see, this journey that I'm on, and I call it a journey because it is a journey. It changes me from day to day. I'm going to tell you, be honest. Some days it's minute to minute. And I feel it's an evil spirit that has tried to stop me from speaking out against gun violence. I refuse it. I refuse to let it. This trauma has affected me in every area of my life. Even in my career. It becomes so debilitating with my medical condition, and sometimes even crippling where I can't walk. But I push through because I know that's what my child would want me to do. She always told me, Mom, you're so strong. I don't think I'm that strong. I think God has a purpose on my life now. And this has been something that's been birthed from me. And it's been a calling that I need to let people know that they need to speak out. I will fight. I will testify. I will speak out to end this pandemic of gun violence. Every time I hear a child has been shot or somebody has been shot to no fault of their own, because it was no fault of my daughter's. She was being a college student. She was doing what college students do. And I'm sure many of you did, and you was 18, 19. You went to parties. We all did. She had no idea this was coming. She had no idea. And I'm going to fight this fight until I have no breath left. So I'm asking you. I'm asking you to join me one night a week. Not for tears all the time. Because I'm not going to make this a tearful channel. But to be an advocate. To tell somebody else to watch the channel. That they may get something out of it. Because I'm going to be talking about trauma. And how the trauma has affected different people. And how it's changed their lives. And some people, it has just maybe leveled their life. Where they can't get back up. I feel that I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm one of the blessed ones. That's able to stand. And because God has given me that strength and that purpose, I'm going to do just that. So I want you to join me in this challenge of advocacy. I want you to join me in this challenge to protect our children, our fathers, our mothers, our siblings, our cousins, our aunts and uncles in this fight against gun violence. And if you could please like, share the video. I think it should have been like, share. Like, share. Yeah, like, share the video. Be patient with me. I'm new at this. So be sure to like and share. I'm going to post on Sundays after 6. And that would be my consistency. One show a week on Sundays right now. I thank you so much for joining. I thank you so much for subscribing. And until Sunday, I want you to do this for me. If you see something, say something. That's my motto. See something, say something. It could cost you your life. It could cost somebody else's life. You could save a life just by seeing something and saying something. I thank you for joining me today. And until next Sunday, be blessed, because you matter. If you're a survivor out there, you are enough, and you matter, and your story matters. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining Lele Truth.